In your headlines, a body was found in the nation's capital this morning. The deaths of 3 American tourists at a resort in the Bahamas has been recorded. And 2 vessels traveling with illegal migrants was intercepted. From the PTV Broadcasting Headquarters in Providencial is your #1 source for news. I'm Erica Pinales, delivering the latest from across the country this Monday, May 9th, 2022, right to your door. Newswatch starts now. In today's top story, a murder has been recorded in our nation's capital, Grand Turk. We bring you the details. Just after all the Mother's Day celebrations going on island-wide, a young man's life was torn away from his mother. Barely into the 5th month of the new year, and yet another man at around 5:10 this morning, Monday, May 9th, 2022, was found in Baxalina, Grand Turk. Given what is known so far, a murder investigation has been launched by the RTCIPF Serious Crime Detectives. Further details will be released when more details are known. The police say that if you know anything about this incident, please contact officers from the RTCIPF or tell them what you know through Crime Stoppers. Of course, PTV will have more as this story develops. Days after the U.S. Embassy issued travel advisories for the TCI and our close neighbors, the Bahamas, due to a serious spike in crimes, that country was hit with an unthinkable tragedy. The mysterious deaths of 3 American tourists at one of their resorts was announced on Friday, and RBPF officers are investigating.
An investigation is underway after a 4th person was found unresponsive but alive and flown to Kendall Regional for emergency medical attention. Newswatch understands, based on reports, that the guests were staying at the Sandals Emerald Bay in Exuma when on Friday morning at around 9 a.m., officers of the Georgetown Police Station responded to a call from hotel staff of an unresponsive male at one of the accommodations villas. When they arrived, they found a male lying face down with no apparent signs of trauma. However mysterious, the tragedy wouldn't end there. Nearby, in a second villa, police would discover another man in a bathroom, while a woman was found nearby on a bed. This reported by the Royal Bahamas Police Force, who has also said that both individuals showed signs of convulsion, however, no signs of trauma. A press statement released by Acting Prime Minister Chester Cooper shared that the cause of death is unknown, but no foul play is suspected. According to ABC News, Bahamas Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Michael Darville, shared that, quote, some hotel guests went to a clinic Thursday with nausea and vomiting. They were treated and left. 3 were later found dead, while a 4th, a woman, was flown to a hospital in New Providence and is in stable condition, end quote. Authorities were able to identify 2 of the victims. One of them, Vincent Chiarella of Birmingham, Alabama, confirmed by his son to ABC News to be in his mid-60s and staying with his wife, Donis Chiarella, at the resort for their anniversary. Donis, we are told, was the 4th individual. She survived. The woman's son told ABC News that his mother was able to recall that his father was lying on the floor. However, she couldn't move. She says her legs and arms were swollen. She screamed to get someone's attention. Now her brother, Steve Mulder, says Donis is in a Florida hospital in ICU, covered in rashes, and says he believes a faulty air conditioning unit may be at fault. The family is expecting Vincent Chiarella's autopsy results to be released today, Monday, May 9th. Environmental health personnel and physicians over on that island are investigating to ensure that there exists no public health hazard, calling it an isolated incident. The Minister of Health confirmed that there is no potential risk to any of the residents on Exuma, other resort staff and guests, or any other resort on the island. Sandals said they are working actively to support both the investigation and the family of those guests as best as possible.
Don't go anywhere. More Newswatch when we return.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Former Premier of the Turks and Caicos Islands had a few words to share on social media this weekend about water sport activities. Newswatch with the latest. Honorable Michael Eugene Mizik is a Turks and Caicos Islander politician who was the 7th Chief Minister of the Turks and Caicos Islands from the 15th of August 2003 to the 9th of August in 2006 and was the first Premier of the Turks and Caicos Islands from August 9th, 2006 to March 23rd, 2009. It's fair to say that the name Honorable Michael Mizik is widely known in the Turks and Caicos Islands, and it's one that some persons respect because of the candidness that this person brings, as we understand. This weekend, Honorable Mizik put his candidness to the test on his Facebook page, a platform where he gained over 100 likes and over 80 shares on a post where he expressed to be completely against speculations of prohibiting local jet ski owners from supposedly taking their clients on tours. The post reads, quote, "It has come to my attention that the DECR and the Ministry of Tourism have intentions to prohibit local jet ski operators from taking their clients on jet ski tours that include going to Half Moon Bay in the back of Little Water Key. I further understand that it is also their intention to limit these young progressive Turks and Caicos Islanders to 10 jet skis per company. I hope that this is only an isolated rumor and in the local gossip mill." He continued, "I am proud of the work and service that most of these young men provide to our tourists and the tourism product. Little Water Key is one of the must-see stops on any sea tour, and jet skis, like any boat, should not be prohibited from going there. This proposed policy, if true, is ill-conceived and would be tantamount to putting these young men out of business." He then added, "In relation to limiting the amount of jet skis to 10 per company, why should jet skis be singled out? Car rental companies are not limited, nor boat charter companies or any other business. This is unnecessary targeting of our young men who are trying to make a living to feed their families. Do we prefer for them to be on the streets robbing or on the water hustling? I call on the government to reconsider their approach to this policy if what I am hearing is true. The country will be better served by the government focusing on policies for the further empowerment of these young men to grow their businesses instead of penalizing them for working hard and trying to achieve the Turks and Caicos dream." End quote. Words provided to the public by the former Premier, Honorable Michael Mizik. Will the DECR and the government reconsider? It seems the Special Immigration Customs Enforcement Unit is back out in full force after an operation on Friday, just in time for the seizure of 2 vessels traveling with illegal migrants on board late Sunday night. Newswatch has the latest.
Immigration and spice officers were heavy on the job on Friday evening after an increase in suspected illegal immigrant sightings across Provo. Within the last 2 weeks, residents have reported sightings in Long Bay and Wheeland, and Border Control officials as well as officers of the Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force conducted drone activity in order to pinpoint the whereabouts of those persons. It was suspected that a sloop had made landfall. Now, Newswatch is informed that at least one of the 2 interceptions has resulted in the arrest of a man reported to be Vincent Willis, believed to have been the captain of one of those vessels. He was arrested on suspicion of human trafficking. Shortly after, another sloop was intercepted. Some of those persons escaped. However, 49 souls were processed. This included children.
Don't touch that remote. We'll be right back. Coming up next is your weather forecast.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Here's the latest in your weather forecast. Here's your weather forecast for May 10th, 2022. For the nation's capital, Grand Turk, on Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, high 82, low 76, winds southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. On South Caicos, partly cloudy skies, high 83, low 76, winds east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For North and Middle Caicos, partly cloudy skies, high 83, low 74, winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Parrot and Pine Key, partly cloudy skies, high 83, low 75, winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And on Providenciales, partly cloudy skies, high 83, low 75, winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now for your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise 6:13 a.m., sunset 7:19 p.m. And for your high tides and low tides, high tides 3:16 a.m., 3:52 p.m., and low tides 9:38 a.m., 10:01 p.m. And that's it for your weather forecast. We'll be right back with more Newswatch.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future. I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Carnival was here, however, it seems not many knew about it. Newswatch caught a glimpse of the showcase. Organizers believe didn't get the attention it should have, however, they say they'll be back next year to give it another go.
It seems it didn't get the promotion or recognition it so desperately needed to become what organizers thought it could be. A group of travelers, a part of the Great Escape Tour, a vacation package, traveled from Trinidad to the TCI to put on a grand carnival event, but say they weren't given quite the opportunity or welcome they were expecting after reaching out to a few local organizations for backup and getting last-minute responses or no response at all. If you were up the eastern side of the Leeward Highway on Saturday, May 7th around noon, then you were probably wondering about that slow traffic jam. Well, there it is, a carnival showcase that organizers say could have been way bigger and much better. Newswatch happened to be in the area and caught this interview with Colette, aka Coco, a part of the organization team and a carnival girl.
It's a big vacation package. We're trying to bring Carnival to Turks and Caicos. You know, Carnival is big in the West Indies, especially for us black people, but where we come from and what Carnival represents for us back in the day. So Turks and Caicos needs this. We need to represent our culture, like the tourists see what Caribbean culture is about. So we're really trying to bring something to see. First year we having it. Hopefully Turks and Caicos will welcome us back to put more trucks on the road, more people on the road, more bands to make a vibe.
Most persons say they never heard of the event and would have loved to be a part of it, while others say they received a few text messages regarding the event just days ago. Newswatch learned in speaking with Coco that they were on island for a few days and had visited the weekly fish fry, Vibes Lounge, and was on their way to Noah's Ark the following day. Organizers of the Great Escape Tour say they will be back next year and are optimistic that the event will be a banger. The parade began from the Long Bay Roundabout as far as Beaches Roundabout and back. Though it seemed like a fun event for most, there were persons who were opposed to some of the event's proceedings, including Pastor Pedro Williams, who posted this comment to Facebook, quote, "Why are we allowing such slackness and gross nudeness to parade the streets of Providenciales, sinking us deeper into the cesspool of immorality and moral decadence," end quote. The event is expected to be much like the annual Trinidad Carnival, which organizers take 12 months to prepare for. It includes street parades and exuberant celebrations with participants dressed in colorful costumes similar to that of Junkanoo, dancing to the beats of calypso and soca music. Organizers feel the event could benefit the TCI's already booming tourism industry.
Here's another story that made this edition of Newswatch.
The 100 Black Men is an organization that was started in 1963 in an effort to mentor and take care of the community. Reportedly, the club mentors children where they instill in them the club's 4 principles: mentorship, education, health and wellness, and economic empowerment. In a previous interview, members revealed that the 100 Black Men Club plan to work with what we in the Turks and Caicos Islands already have in place to combine these existing tools with theirs to facilitate a fun and appealing learning experience at their upcoming event.
Things are coming along very well. We have visited all of the islands, and we have spoken with like the DCs and the medical teams on each island, and we think we have enough information to put a great plan in place to help support the Turks and Caicos health and wellness program coming up in June.
Mason told Newswatch that the 100 Black Men members have been venturing to our sister islands to collect data for their upcoming event, which is reportedly going very well.
So I think that we visited South Caicos on Saturday. That was a really great event. On Friday we were in North Caicos again. What we here to do, we visited the islands for the second time to make sure that we have the necessary things in place, people in place, and working out the logistics. Right now we're just working out the logistics and getting from island to island and ensuring that we put in the proper plan in place for this event.
Members took the time to study the issues that our people in our islands experience, to compare similar issues experienced in the U.S. for a better understanding on how to plan their grand upcoming event.
So the interesting thing about the island, so again, as the 100 Black Men of America, we're here to support our brothers here in Turks and Caicos. And what we found is that each community, though similar, has different needs. One of the common things is they have the same attitude. The men are much like us in the United States. We don't really want to go to the doctor. It's not something that we run to do, but we need more conversation about it. Issues such as hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, prostate cancer is huge. It's a huge issue in the United States, and it's one here as well. So we found out each island, though it's different, has a lot of similarities. We're the same across the world. Now, there are different issues like smoking on some islands and drinking on other islands. But again, it's something that all of these things are things that we deal with in the United States, and we're here to support and bring as much help as we possibly can. And what's nice is we seem to have been welcome, and we appreciate it.
If that wasn't enough to get you interested in this grand event, maybe you'd like to involve your kids in what is promised to be a great learning experience.
We have doctors, our cardiovascular surgeons, Dr. Antoine Keller. We have emergency doctors. We have people that specialize in diabetes. We have foot doctors. And let's not forget, we're a mentoring organization, so the important thing is the kids. We've engaged with Mackenzie Messick here. We brought in our specialist, Dr. Calvin Mackey, who's the founder of STEM NOLA. It's a global organization, STEM Global, to engage the kids. And the earlier we teach the kids about health and their heart and their lungs through healthy and fun activities, the more sustainable the message is, because kids keep the parents in check, right?
Some of the activities that are in store for the kids at the event include DIY projects, which will engage them into learning more about their bodies and health.
We have a string of activities for the kids. First and foremost, it won't only just be building a lung or building a heart. We'll have a presentation by Dr. Eric Griggs that take them through activities to get their heart rate pumping and show them how to measure their pulse and things like that. Then we have a series of activities that teach them about the respiratory system and the circulatory system before they get to what we call a big bill, the fun thing. Here's the great thing. Each kid will build one of these and walk away with it. I mean, each kid will receive one of these models that they can build with. And when you can work with your hand, we say hands-on mean minds on. We can see our kids engaged with their hands. That forces them to think, and they develop those 4 critical skills that you get from STEM education. Those 4 skills is critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. Those are transferable skills that they could take to any profession that they decide to go in life.
As children from the Math Lab will also be joining the 100 Black Men event, Lackenzie, the founder of the Math Lab, says he's more than excited as this is something which was more than needed in our islands.
Actually, most look forward looking through the kids and having them engage in this experience because our kids here, we're not exposed to STEM and the activities that it comes with. So we actually looking forward to the partnership with STEM NOLA and STEM Global Action to actually get our kids involved in these projects and get them learning. Like you say, hands-on equals minds-on. So we're actually looking forward to it, especially our organization in partnering with this because this is actually what we need. We've been dying for this opportunity, so we're looking forward to the kids enjoying themselves and putting together their stuff.
And we understand that the feedback they've gotten from kids and their parents is amazing as everyone is excited.
Our kids from the Math Lab, we have some kids who are actually going to be attending the program, so they're actually looking forward to it because from coming to our programs like the coding and the robotics and different things like that, they just actually want to see what's next. So to have them participate in this and actually put together their heart and their lungs, I think their minds are going to be blown. So this is going to be this is just the beginning. As I said, we're going to be forming a partnership so we get more resources to assist more kids and them engage, and hopefully they can transition to more STEM activities or STEM fields, whether it be science, technology, engineering, or math. So we just hope and look forward to the kids coming and the parents and bringing them kids so they can see exactly what we're trying to accomplish in regard to STEM in the Turks and Caicos Islands.
And that brings us to the end of this edition of The Real News. I hate to leave you so soon, but of course, you can join us right back here every weekday at 6:30 p.m. and tap into our social media platforms at www.ptv8tci.com. I'm Erica Pinales, keeping you informed, updated, and affiliated until next time.